In our digital world, where connections are made with a single click, a darker side lurks just beneath the surface. For vulnerable individuals, especially minors, a seemingly harmless online interaction can become a terrifying threat. Today, we're taking you behind the headlines of a massive law enforcement operation that targeted that very danger. This is the complete interrogation of Robert James Lewis, a 33-year-old man from Ocala, Florida, caught in the crosshairs of Operation Cyber Springsting, a coordinated effort by the Citrus County Sheriff's Office and federal agencies. His crime? Communicating with an undercover officer posing as a minor. You're about to witness the raw, unfiltered footage of a predator confronted with his actions. We'll explore the methods used by law enforcement to protect our youth and the chilling reality of online predatory behavior. This case isn't just about one man. It's a stark reminder of the constant vigilance required to keep our children safe.
All right. Well, obviously, I'm sure you probably got a lot of questions, and I know I have some questions for you. Okay. But before we get into, all of that, I'd want to make sure I'm talking to the right person. Okay.
Okay.
So can you tell me your full name?
Robert James Lewis.
Robert. And is that common spelling for all of that? Robert James. And how do you spell Lewis?
Lewis.
Lewis. Okay. And what's your birthday?
4/10/91.
4/10/91. Okay. And what's a good address for you?
130.
Okay. How long have you lived there?
Since March.
March of this year?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so not that long. Where were you living at before then?
I was living in Augusta, Georgia.
Augusta, Georgia. Okay. What'd you come down here for?
Well, my mother died the year before, and my grandmother just recently passed away.
Oh, wow.
I was living with them there.
Okay. I'm sorry to hear that.
I came down here to live with my dad and uncle and help them out.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that about your dad or your mom and your grandma passing.
Yeah, well, something happened.
Yeah. So you're living with your dad and your uncle, you said?
That's right.
Okay. All right. So you moved down here and you've been here since March. What's a good phone number for you if I needed to contact you in the future?
352.
Okay. Well, I think that's all you needed to grab from you. But before we go any further, obviously you didn't. You came here in a police car, right?
Yep.
With handcuffs on.
Yep.
Okay, right. So you didn't get brought here in a cab or a fancy limousine, right?
No.
Yeah. So because of that, because you got brought here in a police car, I have to read you your rights. Okay. Have you ever had your rights read to you before? Like, have you ever been in trouble with the law or anything like that?
Oh, one time, yeah.
Okay. You had been in trouble one time before?
Yeah, just one time.
Okay. What was that for? If you don't mind me asking. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
I don't particularly want to drag up my past.
Lewis shuts down when asked about his criminal history, a red flag to investigators.
Okay, that's fine. You don't have to tell me. So in that particular incident where you read your rights?
I was.
Okay. So let me ask you this. What's your highest level of education?
Well, I'm a high school graduate.
Okay, so you graduated high school?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. So, and I don't know, with you living in Georgia and you've only been in Florida for a little while, every state has different laws and stuff, okay? But we're here at the sheriff's office, we're issued this fancy card and it has all your rights. All your rights on it, okay? So I'm going to read you your rights right from this card, okay?
Okay.
And then when we're done, if you have any questions, you can tell me, okay?
Okay.
All right, so it says, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to execute these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements, okay? You understand each of those rights that I explained to you?
Yes.
Okay, and having these rights in mind, are you still comfortable speaking with me?
I am.
Okay, all right. So, explain to me, do you know why you're here tonight? Do you know what this is about?
All I know is it's by arrest warrant.
Okay, alright. So, obviously, without giving you too much information, I want to explain to you a little bit, okay? So, law enforcement often gets information about incidences that happen online, okay?
Okay.
With people speaking to okay?
Okay.
Does that give you any more idea as to why we'd be talking?
Kinda.
Okay. So tell me, when I bring that up, tell me what you think I'm talking about.
You're talking about like photography and stuff like that.
Okay, a little bit, kind of. So why do you think that you'd be sitting here talking to me if we're talking about something like that? Why do you think that we'd be sitting here talking tonight?
Well, probably because I did something I'm not supposed to be doing.
Okay. And what's that? What's that something that you're not supposed to do?
That part I'm not so sure about.
You're not sure as in you don't want to tell me? You're not sure you don't know the answer?
I don't know the answer at the moment.
Okay. So you said you were doing something that you're not supposed to be doing. Is that right?
Probably.
Probably? Okay. What do you think that is, though?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Okay. Well, you mentioned, right?
Yep.
Okay. So is there something in that category that you know you want to talk to me about?
Not that I know of.
Okay. All right. Well, let me ask you this: Do you get online at all? Do you go online?
Yeah, look stuff up.
Okay. All right. Do you go on any like sites to like talk to other people, like where you're chatting with other people and stuff like that?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And tell me, what kind of sites are those? Do you know the names of them, or do you know?
Like Meet for You.
Meet for You. Okay. Any others?
Facebook.
Facebook. Okay.
I think that's it.
Okay. Tell me about Meet for You. What's that about?
It's more like a dating app, I believe.
Okay. All right. And when was the last time you were on there?
Probably today.
Okay. Do you go on that site often?
Not too often, I don't think.
Okay. How often do you think you go on there? Every day? Every other day?
Maybe once a day.
Once a day? Okay. Tell me about the people you talk to on there.
Oh, most of the people my age.
Okay.
Maybe a little older.
All right. Now, why do you, when I ask you about, tell me about the people, why do you mention the age?
Well, I'm 32. I don't reckon I'm supposed to be talking to anyone a lot younger than me.
Okay. You're 32 and you don't think you should be talking to anyone a lot younger than you?
Yeah.
Okay. What's a lot younger than you? What give me an example of a number.
Like,
Okay. So you know that in the state of Florida, if you're 32 and someone's under, you know that that's not a legal relationship to have.
Yeah.
You're aware of that?
I'm aware.
Okay. All right. So have you ever been on the app and talking to someone?
I don't think so.
Okay. What happens when you're talking to these people on the app? Where does it go from there?
Well, I mostly just keep it on the app. I usually don't take it off of it.
Okay. Do you ever go to another platform, I guess is what I'm asking, from the app? Do you ever go somewhere else to talk to that same person?
Very seldom I do that.
Okay. Have you done that recently?
Don't think so.
Okay. All right. When was the last time you think you did that, where you were talking on the dating app and you switched over to something else?
That might have been about a week ago.
A week ago. Okay. All right. So, Robert, like I said, I told you in the beginning, right? A lot of the times we get information, that things about what you're talking about, where people are online talking to others that maybe they shouldn't be talking to.
Yeah.
We get information and we investigate that, okay? And that's the reason why you're sitting here tonight, okay?
Okay.
And I don't like to be dishonest with people, okay? I like to be upfront, all right? So when you're talking to me, you know what you see is what you get, all right? And I'd like that in the same respect in return, okay?
Okay.
And I can tell you right now that I know you're not being honest with me, okay?
Okay.
And I think you know that too, right?
I'm also halfway awake, so my memory is not exactly all that great.
Okay. And I understand that. I know we woke you up in the middle of the night, and I'm sorry about that. But I can tell, because it's kind of hard for you to look at me, right? And you keep wanting to look away, and I can tell that you know what we're talking about, and I can tell that you're not being honest with me. So why would we be sitting here talking? What happened in the last couple days? Who were you talking to that you shouldn't be talking to?
I'm not sure of the names.
Okay. Can you tell me anything else about them besides their name?
Not that I'm aware of.
Are you not that you're aware of, or is it that you just kind of don't want to tell me because you're worried about what might happen?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Well, what if I did this? I'll try to help jog your memory a little bit, okay? Would that be all right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I don't know if it's you said it's called Meat for You.
Yeah.
But does Meat 24, is that the same app as Meat for You? Is that the same one?
Similar to it, I think.
Okay. All right. So yesterday, technically it would have been 2 days ago at this point, Friday, right? Because we're into Sunday morning technically, because we're past midnight. But Friday, you were on Meat 24, and you met a girl named Chloe. Do you remember Chloe?
Kinda.
Okay. Tell me about Chloe.
Well, she thought she was pretty looking on the app.
Okay. How old's Chloe?
Well, I think I said she was 18.
And then after you guys started talking, how did that conversation go? What did Chloe tell you?
She told me she was a lot younger than that.
Right. Do you remember what the age was that she told you?
Not particularly.
It wasn't though, right?
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, she told you she was. Do you remember that?
Kinda, but kinda not.
It says here, hey, it's Robbie from Meat for You. Hey there, Robbie. How are you? Chloe, right? Good, that's me. And then you ask her, how old are you? And then Chloe said, honestly, I'm.
Oh.
You remember that?
Yeah, I remember now.
Oh, okay. All right. So you remember having that conversation with Chloe now?
Yep.
Okay. Now let me ask you, what after you found out Chloe was, then where did the conversation go after that?
That part I really rather not discuss.
Okay. Is that because of where the conversation went? You don't want to talk about that part?
Yeah. And trust me, I deeply regret it.
What do you regret?
Talking to her.
Okay.
The whole 9 yards.
And why do you regret it?
Because obviously it got me in trouble.
Why did it get you in trouble, you think?
Because one, she's
Mm-hmm.
two, it's against the law.
Okay. When you say it's against the law, what do you mean is against the law?
Well, it's against the law for a older man to be talking to a girl.
In some sense of that, yeah, that's true in some way. But if you were just having a normal conversation with her, that's not illegal. But like I said, I know this part is hard for you, but just remember that I probably already know the answer, okay? But what about your guys' conversation, you and Chloe? What about that was wrong? Because you guys didn't have just a normal conversation, right?
Right.
So what about your conversation was inappropriate?
Well, about in the direction it was heading.
Okay. And what direction is that? Where did it go?
Not innocent.
Not innocent? What do you mean by that, by not innocent?
I may or may not have sent a picture that I shouldn't have.
Okay. And what was that picture of? I know it's kind of weird talking to a woman about this stuff, but trust me, I've seen and heard it all, so you're not going to offend me.
Well, lower part.
Lower part?
Yeah.
Okay. You're 32, right?
Yep.
I'm in my 30s. We're both adults. When you say lower part, what do you mean? What part of your body?
I guess you could say my...
Lewis admits to sending inappropriate photos to a minor after confirming the girl's age, one of several statements used to build the case against him.
Okay. So you sent a picture of your to Chloe?
Just one time. That was it. Never did it again.
Okay. Did you send any other pictures to her that were inappropriate?
Nope.
Okay. You sent some photos of yourself though, right?
Yeah, of myself. Okay. But those were completely appropriate.
Okay. Okay. And did Chloe send any photos that are appropriate to you?
Just one, and that was an appropriate one.
It was an appropriate one?
Yeah.
She wasn't or anything like that, right?
No.
Okay. I just want to make sure we're on the same page, okay? All right. Okay. So do you remember having another conversation with Chloe's friend, Sarah?
Sarah.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Okay. Tell me about what you and Sarah talked about.
Mostly innocent conversation.
Okay. Remember what I said before?
Yeah.
That most of the questions I'm asking you, I already know the answers.
Yeah.
Okay.
I remember.
Okay. And I like to be, like I said, I like to be honest.
Mm-hmm. I am being honest.
No, I'm saying I like to be honest. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to give you the opportunity. Hey, I'm trying to give you the opportunity to. You want to scoot in? Yeah. But I'm trying to give you the opportunity to tell me without me having to confront you. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Okay. So I'm gonna ask you again. Tell me about what you and Sarah talked about.
Well, it was mostly it was just talking to her, but.
Okay. But what were you guys talking about?
Just random things, I think.
Okay. Robert, you remember before when I asked you about Chloe and you didn't remember, right? And
Yep.
I had to start reading to you and then you started to remember?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do that with Sarah, okay? So Sarah says, LOL, how old are you? You said, I'm 32, is that a problem? Sarah said, no, but is that okay? And you said, yeah, that's fine. You remember that, right?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay. And then you tell Sarah you're 6'2". Sarah says, wow, you're tall. And then you tell Sarah, yep, and that's not the only thing big about me.
Oh.
You remember
I don't know how
this?
that went.
Okay. So then what happened during that part when you guys were talking about how big you are?
Well, I sent her a pic.
Okay. What was the pickup?
Same thing as the one as I sent one called Chloe.
What was that? Remember, we're all adults here. You're not.
Yeah. I
Okay. So you sent Sarah a picture of your as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now, do you remember talking to a girl named Raven?
Yeah, I remember talking to her.
Okay. So you see a similar pattern we're doing here, right? Okay. So tell me about Raven.
Okay. Well, I met her on the same app that I met Chloe.
The Meet 24 app?
Yeah.
Okay. And what happened? You guys talked?
Yeah, we talked.
Did Raven tell you how old she was?
I believe she said.
Okay. And then what happened after you guys talked on Meet 24?
Well, I asked her to send me a photo of her. She did, which was appropriate. Not.
Okay.
And then she had to see one of me, so I sent her one of me.
Okay. Now, was this on Meet 24 or was this some other way? Because it looks like you texted a lot with them as well. These are text messages.
Text.
Okay. So you're texting with Raven, and tell me what happens from there.
Okay, well, we talking normally.
Mm-hmm.
And I sent her the same photo I sent the other two.
What photo is that?
My.
Was it the same exact photo to all three of them? To Chloe, Sarah, and Raven?
Well, for Sarah and Raven it was. For Chloe, it was a different one.
Okay. Chloe was a different one, and then the same picture of you that you sent to Sarah, you sent to Raven.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And so after you sent your picture of your to Raven, then what?
Then stopped talking for a while, I think.
Okay. And then?
And then I went to sleep after that.
All right.
Not long after.
Okay. But you kept talking to Raven, did you not?
Today, yeah.
Okay.
Or should I say yesterday?
Right. Saturday. Because
Yeah.
we're into Sunday morning now, technically, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then what else did you guys talk about, you and Raven? And again, remember.
I know.
I don't have to keep reminding you, but I'm just trying to give you the opportunity.
Well, she had talked to me till late this afternoon, and it was just hey, Rob, and I said, asked her how she was doing, but then she stopped again.
Okay.
That was in my conversation with her yesterday.
Robert, do I have to go back and read to help remind you?
No.
Okay. I'm going to read a little bit, and hopefully this jogs your memory, okay? You asked Raven, do you...
Oh, yeah, I remember that conversation.
Okay, all right. Tell me about that conversation.
She said, she tried it once, but didn't know how to do it.
Okay. And then?
Well, I told her how it was done, but she said she didn't like that, so We stopped talking about that.
So it says here, you said to Raven, "Well, rub, but think about my body while doing it." You remember saying that?
Yes, I remember saying that.
Okay. Raven says, "I don't know how to rub it though." Then you tell her, "Rub your fingers in a circular motion on your."
Yeah, I remember saying that.
Okay. And then she asked you what you were doing, and you said you were rubbing your. You remember that?
Yep.
And then she said, "Still, he." And you said, "Yes, you see blonde." You remember that?
Yep.
Okay. All right. Any other conversations with you and Raven that were inappropriate?
Nope.
Was it just the one pic that you sent her?
If I'm not mistaken.
Was that this one here?
Yeah.
Okay. Just want to make sure. So this one that you sent, that was the only one that you sent to Chloe, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then this one is what you sent to Raven and to Sarah?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What about Brianna?
Brianna?
What about Brianna, yeah.
Our conversation really didn't go anywhere.
Okay. Is that just what you can remember, or is that just because you don't want to?
That's what I can remember. It didn't really go anywhere. We talked yesterday, that Friday, but we ain't really talked since.
How old was Brianna?
I think.
You asked Brianna, how old are you? Brianna said, almost. Is that too young? And you said, no, but I'm 32. You remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
Okay. Did you send any pictures to Brianna?
Just a shirtless one, but that was it. I had not sent no pics to her. I can remember.
Okay, I'll jog your memory again, okay?
Okay.
You tell Brianna, what do you think about my... Brianna said,
Oh,
what?
yeah. I remember that.
Oh, okay, you remember?
Yep.
Okay. So what was the picture that you sent to Brianna?
Same one I sent to the other, Raven and Sarah.
This one here?
Yep.
You sent that to Brianna as well?
Yep.
Okay. Anything else inappropriate with Brianna?
That was it.
Just the one picture of you then?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Robert, let me ask you this.
All right.
How many other girls like this out here have you talked to like this?
I don't think there's any other.
I mean, are we talking like hundreds or just handfuls or?
No. I wouldn't say hundreds or handfuls.
Okay. Because you know, at the beginning of our conversation, you didn't really want to be honest with me about Chloe or Sarah or Raven or
Yeah, I remember.
Brianna. So, you know, you could see why we'd be concerned, you know.
Yeah, I know.
There's only four girls that we know of, but
well, that's all I can think of.
I mean, you said you get on this app every day, right?
Yep. And the rest of the time, they're people my age or older that I'm talking to.
So let me ask you this. It just so happens that these four girls in the same exact day talking to you,
yeah,
they all just so happen to be the first time that you talk to a girl. Remember, I know answers that I already asked. I asked the questions, I already know the answers.
Well, there may have been maybe a couple others.
So
I'm not certain.
So these girls aren't the first girls that you've talked to?
Not that I can think of at the moment.
Okay. It sounds like that's a no then. That you've talked to other girls before these 4 girls, is that right?
I think.
Okay. All right.
Have you sent pictures of your to the other girls too? That you can remember?
Not that I can remember.
So what was the nature of the conversation with the other girls? With the other girls? Something similar?
Probably, but I'm not certain.
Okay. Do you feel any sort of attraction to younger females?
Well, with me, age doesn't really matter to me.
Okay, tell me about that. What do you mean that to you age doesn't matter?
Well, to me, age is really just a number.
Okay. So for you, a woman of 32 is the same of a woman that's 22,
Yeah.
and is the same of a girl that's
Well, whoa. I wouldn't dare go that young.
okay. So explain so we understand. Then what's the parameter? Because you're saying age is just a number. So what are we talking about? Just so we can understand your statement better.
What I'm saying is, I have limits.
Mm-hmm.
I don't go after anything under than a certain age.
So what's that age?
I guess,
So that's the lowest you will go.
yeah,
Okay.
that's the lowest.
Okay. I appreciate you being honest and talking to us about that.
Have you ever met with any of these girls?
Nope,
Okay.
never met with any of
So
them.
just texting.
Yep, just texting. That's it. And never met with any of them.
Okay. Inappropriate pictures, and that's the
That's
most.
that's the most thing I've done.
Okay. So you never met them in person. No, you haven't with any of these girls.
No, no.
Okay.
Have you requested pictures of the young girls? Have any of them sent you inappropriate pictures?
No, they have not.
So one thing just for us to be clear, do you feel bad about sending a picture of
Yes,
your to a girl so young?
yes. I do
Okay.
feel bad about it.
Do you mind telling me why? Because you telling me your limit is, but now you do feel some type of remorse for sending your to a girl so young. Why?
Because it's right there. I feel bad because I feel like I've done something completely wrong.
Okay.
My conscience.
All right. Aside from the fact that it's illegal,
Right.
you as a person, you feel bad about it.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
And I took a whole lot of regret for doing it.
Do you find yourself getting extremely like attracted to the younger girls?
Somewhat.
What is it about the younger girls that you? Because obviously it's a physical thing.
Yeah, physical.
So what is the thing about a year-old girl that draws you in?
Their youthful, their youthfulness and energy they have.
Okay. You wouldn't find that on a 22-year-old, 23-year-old?
Well, might, but I ain't met one that's like that.
But we established that you know right from wrong,
Yes, I
and
know
you
right from
know,
wrong.
and you know that your behavior obviously was wrong.
Wrong. Yes, I do know that.
All right. You understand that it's illegal for you to
Yes.
engage in that type of behavior with and
Yes, I realize that.
we're talking about anybody.
Yes,
Okay,
I
so
do realize that.
so you're clear about that.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I don't think I have any other questions for you.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for us?
None.
Is there anything that we haven't already talked about that you want to, get off your chest? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, this is the opportunity to do it, because, like I told you, we usually get the information and we know the answers before we ask the questions. So
yes, I know.
Are there more girls out there that we're gonna come across?
I'm not certain.
That are gonna come to us and say, "This is how Robbie's been talking to us."
I'm not certain.
Okay.
So there's a possibility you just don't remember.
Yeah,
100%.
possibility, but I just don't remember 100%.
But you've definitely you've definitely never met up with any of these girls.
Never.
Okay. All right. Well, I feel like you're being honest. I hope you're being honest.
I am.
I don't want to.
I am being honest.
Okay. All right. And that that works out best for everybody involved. Is just to be honest about it now.
And I do respect law enforcement.
We appreciate that. We appreciate that. All right. Well, if you don't have any questions for us, I don't have any other questions for you.
Okay.
All right. Just hang tight for a minute. The deputy will come back in and
Well,
I'll give you one of these. How about that? There you go.
have a nice night, you two.
Yes, sir.
Just hang out right there. Thank you.
Oh. Oh, Lord. Oh. Oh. Damn. I knew that second was gonna get me in trouble. Interview room 2. One thing's for certain. My SSI is gonna be kaput. Oh, I'll probably be registering vendor list.
Hey, Robbie, you got a password on the phone? On your phone?
Yeah,
Yeah. Would you mind sharing that with us?
it's 0.
0. 2. Okay. Very good. All right. Thank you.
The interrogation of Robert James Lewis serves as a powerful testament to the dedication of law enforcement in the fight against online predators. His conviction and subsequent sentence of 2 years and 6 months in state prison, with a release date of October 11, 2026, send a clear message. These crimes will not be tolerated. This case is a crucial reminder for all of us about the importance of online safety and the need to protect the most vulnerable in our communities. As technology evolves, so too must our awareness and vigilance. We hope this video has provided valuable insight into the critical work being done to combat these threats. If you found this content informative and important, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth looks at law enforcement operations and their impact. Stay safe, stay aware.